Alright, chat. JCS video. Son spends, Jesus Christ, 275K of dad's money on virtual girlfriend. That's already bad. And I know for a fact this gets worse. I've heard like one or two things about this case. I know it gets worse, but that's already fucking bad. That's already. If your dad has 275K of spending money and you spend it on your fucking Valorant e-girl, bro. Oh my god.
In mid-2018, 29-year-old Grant was unemployed, living rent-free in his parents' guest house in the rural village of Chuliota, Florida.
They have a guest house?
And had recently been kicked out of an anesthesiology school for lack of attendance, and also fired from a job as a nurse for stealing medication. It was around that time when he decided to experiment with the relatively new realm of online cam sites. These platforms differ from regular porn sites in that they are interactive. Instead of watching a pre-recorded video, users can solicit live performances from models in exchange for
oh my god, it's like what we're doing, but full of
price. Using his credit card, he browsed through multiple cam models,
yeah,
an average of 20 minutes on each one. Yet it was on the 5th of June when forensics discovered
it's just like what we're doing, chat, but not
a stage name of Sylvie. And over the following 6 months, Grant would spend
over
$200,000 of his family's money on this one model. God. The entirety of his father's life savings that he had saved up from working as a pharmacist for over 30 years.
No way! Entire life savings? Bro, I'm sorry. When I have kids, I'm not giving them access to my bank account. My kids will never have access to my bank account. If they need money, I will give it to them through like my when I want to, and if they're spending it on porn, I'll be like, you can spend maybe a little bit on porn. I don't care what you do, son or daughter or whatever they choose to identify as. But get a fucking job. Don't. Jesus Christ. Yes, hello, I need money. Bro, not gonna lie, chat. I've considered starting an OnlyFans. For the Miracle Matter, the metal cover of that song goes hard as shit. Dude, metal covers always go hard. Not gonna lie. Hey, yo? Huh? What? I didn't say anything. What?
And had also taken a $65,000 loan.
You're being weird, chat.
When his family found out, instead of calling the police, Grant was sent to a behavioral rehabilitation facility for online porn addiction.
I'm just saying, some people want to hear me do some NSFW audios. I'm just saying, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Only size.
His father presented him with a 2-page list of rules he was required to follow if he wanted to continue living at home. One of the conditions was that he cease all communication with Sylvia immediately, but it took just 3 weeks for the family to discover that he had broken the contract and re-established contact with the model via Twitter. On January 24th, when Chad Amato got home from work, he reportedly confronted Grant over his disregard, and the two of them got into a heated argument which almost turned into a physical altercation. Grant was then kicked out of the house, and for the first time in his life, he was on his own. Shortly before 9 a.m. the next morning, police received a call from Cody Amato's girlfriend, alerting them that he had failed to show up to work that morning and hadn't responded to multiple phone calls. They arrived
no way.
at 9:17 a.m.
Yeah, this is what I heard about. I didn't know if it was true or not, but no, this is what I heard about.
Chad, Margaret, and Cody Amato were all found lying dead on the floor with gunshot wounds to the head from a 9mm handgun. Grant became the immediate prime suspect, as a witness statement from Cody's girlfriend advised police of the confrontation that had occurred the night before. As well
what is this? It's a criminal investigation video.
Led to that point. He was traced to a hotel in Orlando.
Basically, this guy was, I guess, killed his dad because he wouldn't let him spend money on a porn model.
You're being cooperative, sir. We appreciate that. Some Seminole County detectives want to talk
to you. He looked like my friend. Bro, I'm sorry, but whatever your friend looks like, he does not look like him. He looks like if Eminem became a crackhead like 4 years before he started rap.
it's just a normal routine when we encounter someone that we want to make sure you're safe. Now we know you don't have any weapons, we'll get those restraints off of you.
He's definitely doing some
We're telling you you've been
substances.
cooperative, everything's good, so we appreciate that very much. Goes a long ways.
He immediately agreed to accompany them to the police station and sit down for an interview. Reports stated that he wasn't made aware of his family's demise, nor was he advised as to what the purpose of the interview was for. Grant himself,
What are we watching
was
today? A
inquired,
criminal
just
investigation
reportedly sat
video.
silent in the back seat of an unmarked police car, staring out the window for the entire journey to the police station.
Did you know why? Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Is he balding, or is his hair just like cut like that? They set the opacity to the top. They set the opacity of his hair to like 8% here, bro. His hair right here is 100%. His hair right here is fucking 60%, and this is like 10%. His hair is literally fucking. His hair is feathering off.
No. I'll hold off on that. Okay.
Hi, I'm Eva.
Hi.
How are you?
Up, Ari.
Here.
Just to restate, he has not been told, nor given any insinuation as to why he is sitting inside an interrogation room, and has not once inquired himself.
Hey, we really appreciate you coming up here with us, and any time during this you need to stop and go to the bathroom, want a drink, thing, just let me know, and we'll be happy to get you.
I feel like not asking why you're there is like a massive self-report. Because it feels like a small question, but like, dude, I don't know. Just being there and you're like, guess I'm here now. People don't do that. People don't do that.
The investigator's initial plan is to establish a friendly connection with the suspect, which can often be a highly effective tactical procedure to elicit a more detailed discourse. Yet on this occasion, something seems to get lost in the endeavor, which you'll just have to see for yourself when the time comes. This is one of the most fascinatingly aggravating interrogations to ever be released into the public domain.
So we just want to talk to you a little bit, and we'll get this in and out, be on our way.
Let me reverse real fast. I didn't hear what he
This is one of the most fascinatingly aggravating interrogations to ever be released into the public domain.
So is it aggravating because of him or the investigators?
So we just want to talk to you a little bit, and we'll get this in and out, be on our way.
Okay.
Full name?
My full name is Grant Tiernan Amato.
What is there any special nursing degree? What you do, or?
I mean, I have like other certifications.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, with that, like, I primarily worked in the hospital for, I think, 5 or 6 years. Well, I was accused of grand theft of the third degree back in June of 2018. There was no evidence ever presented. All the charges were dropped.
Mm-hmm.
I had been applying for jobs for the last couple weeks. I'd gotten like 3 or 4 callbacks.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went on a job interview yesterday for a home infusion nurse job.
What time was your interview yesterday?
It was scheduled for 10. I got there at around 9 in the morning. And then I think we actually had the interview at about 9:45.
How'd that go?
I mean, it was all good. They didn't have anything.
So he killed his family and then went to the job interview. Holy shit. That's crazy.
Probably be getting back.
That's crazy.
This coming week.
Get you back to work?
Yeah, because I mean, it's like it's a crappy world when you don't have any money, you
Sure.
can't do anything. So
Financially, how's the nursing what you did? I'm sorry, I just don't know that much. She knows a lot more about nursing. The nursing, how does it pay? How does it pay?
I mean, if you work your standard 3 12 hours a week, you get anywhere between, I'd say, $45,000 and $55,000 a year. So I mean, it's not bad. I think my best year I made like $55,000.
Wait.
55.
Did he say
$1,000 a year. 3 12 hours a week, you get anywhere between, I'd say, $45,000 and $55,000 a year. So I mean, it's not bad. I think my best year I made like $55,000.
55.
so he made 55,000? Is he working like, he said 3 to 3, which is a 12-hour shift. Did he say 12 a week? Or like 12 a day? Like 12-hour shifts a day. Because that's what my mother used to do when she was a nurse.
I was just, because
Well, she would
I
be
had the whole
doing like
plan of going to,
16-hour shifts,
graduate
but
school, so I was just kind of using it as a stepping
Right.
stone to that time.
Just to pay the bills to
Right.
get you where you gotta. Gotcha.
Um,
And what you were going for.
I would never be a nurse,
nurse
dude.
anesthesia
I could never do
pays,
that shit.
I mean, base like about 150.
Working in the medical
175.
field is actually like,
Okay.
it's so painful.
High school. Where'd you go?
I went to Timber Creek.
How were your grades?
High school and the first 2 years of college, I was A, B, C. You know, I was in honors in the major program for UCF.
Girlfriends.
Girlfriends, I had like my high school sweetheart girlfriend for about 5 years, and then ever since then, no like official girlfriends, no flings or anything like that.
Dates here and there.
Dates occasionally, but I mean not really. Kind of focused on like just getting through the life goals.
Yeah, he 100% hasn't been on any dates because he's been spending all his money on that one cam girl in hopes that he would date her. 100%. Like that.
What do you like to do?
That's the only thing that's
What
been
do I
happening.
like to do? I like to watch anime.
What is it? I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know what it is.
I mean,
No, he's making the weebs look bad, chat. Chat, he's making the weebs look bad. They specifically left in the part that he says he likes anime. Chat, no.
I thought you said MMA. I'm like, okay, and then when you started explaining to it,
I mean, I guess
heard it. I'm like, no.
it's animated. It's like cartoons, I guess you could say, but it's Japanese cartoons. Yeah,
Oh, I hate hearing people explain anime.
Yeah.
You speak Japanese?
I was gonna say, do you understand?
I don't. I understand a few words. We actually just went to me, my brother, and one of my friends, or I guess friends from high school. We went to Japan.
In fact, how long you been out of work?
I've been out of work for 6 months, since June.
How did you pay? That's a lot of money for to be out of work.
My brother.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
We do not claim him.
I think the only other game that we really played was Fortnite, but then that was starting to get to like.
That's a big deal right now.
Yeah.
The younger
Kids are all over it.
generation.
And actually, yeah, during the time that I was.
My cats are ramming in my
that I
door.
wasn't working as a nurse. I tried to do the whole Twitch streaming thing.
What is that?
Um,
I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah,
no.
We're
It's,
kind of older where you have to explain a lot of this to us.
with Twitch, it's you got your mic and then you have your face cam, and then
Yeah, man.
watching you play whatever game you're gonna say that you're playing.
Okay.
Is this how I look to my coworkers when I say I like anime and playing video games? When I go to my coworkers and I say that, is this what I seem like? To be fair, I'm pretty chill about it. They'll be like, "What do you like?" I'm like, "Anime, video games." They're like, "Ah, that's cool." And I'm like, "What do you like?" And they're like, "I like music. I like, I don't know, smoking pot, right?" And they talk about that and they like chill about it. I would not. Oh, bro, it sounds so cringe when you like explain
For
anime
virtual
to other
reality,
people.
It was primarily just Beat
And, like,
Saber,
streaming and
so it's
shit,
Like a based game like Guitar Hero. Apart from that, we really didn't get into too many other games yet, 'cause we were kind of just focused on Beat Saber. But I think we had downloaded a few other where it's just like you're going through like a world and you can interact with the world or something like that.
Close with your brother Cody? Let's talk about Cody.
Oh yeah. Me and Cody.
Who's older, you or him?
He is. I'm the youngest one. I'm 29. He's 31.
Okay.
My oldest brother Jason is 35 or 36 now.
Talk about Cody.
Cody. You know, we decided to
God
go to
damn,
nursing school
dude.
together. We decided to go to the nurse anesthesia school together. A lot of people thought that it was weird because we did everything together and because we were so close, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah, a lot of people understand the bond of brothers, though.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a little less cringe
I mean,
nowadays.
during like this whole time, I mean, kind of like with just a few examples I've given you, he'd take care of everything for
Always
me.
there for you.
Yeah,
Always there to support you.
always there.
Notice how he says he was. I know that's not necessarily like a big self-report because he could be like in the past, but I don't know. He was.
There. Yeah, did everything together, connected at the hip.
Ever any issues really with him?
No, like I was saying, during this last 6 months, it had been a very trying time. He would like have his moments where he would get extremely upset, like you know, he never gets violent, I guess you could say, but like at one point he got so upset that he like pushed a cabinet and then it like dented into the wall. yeah, I mean, at least with me, he's always been like where he's there for me. Like whatever it takes, regardless of what's happening, I'm gonna take care of it for you.
Tell me about your mom.
My mom has
It must have been a bizarre sight for the detectives to witness when a man who had just allegedly shot his mother in the back of the head gave a reminiscent smile when she was brought up in the discussion.
she's always been the kind of like Cody. She's always been the one that focused on me, and
Were you the baby? You
Yeah.
were truly the family baby?
for my mom.
What about
Maybe this is like a case where like he did it and then immediately like, you know how people like seal off memories in their head like immediately so they don't think about it and they basically forget it ever happened.
Okay.
For my mom.
Mom's favorite?
Yeah. You know, countless times my dad would like come up to me and he'd make
I don't know if that's
me feel-
actually possible. I just
he'd try
heard
and
people
use
do it.
things and word things to make me feel guilty so that
Heard that people
I
do
would,
it.
you know, do everything that I can, like get a job. And,
Almost like a motivation.
right. And he'd tell me time and time again that, you know, you're her favorite. I mean, she would do anything for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's like, yeah, I don't need to hear that. I mean, that's not what would motivate me.
Sure.
But no, with mom, I think we yelled at each other a grand total of like 3 or 4 times my whole life. Never any issues. I mean, it was always like if there was somebody that I could talk to and like Cody wasn't available, I'd always talk to my mom. I'd always let her know what's going on. Yeah, I mean, she would help me out through anything.
Okay. Tell me about Dad.
Dad,
What does he do?
Dad's a pharmacist.
Okay.
He works for CVS. He's been a pharmacist for I think 35 years or so.
A pharmacist for CVS. And he had 275K in his savings? Damn, dude.
Like angry, violent type person, overbearing. You know, like baseball practice, it'd be like 4 or 5 hours, and he's hurling the ball as fast as an adult can, and we're like 7th to 8th grade trying to catch this stuff.
Belittle you?
He would belittle me when I was younger. The problem, I guess, was that I was always like the jokester, the one that could calm everybody down, make everybody smile. If it was a heated situation, I could say a joke or something, and then make everybody kind of move past it. And I was just in the point where it's like, you know, I'm hearing, you know, all this stuff from Dad. I'm seeing how much Cody's helping me. You know, Mom's stressed out with her job, and it's like I'm not doing anything.
When's the last time your dad put his hands on you?
The last time my dad put his hands on me would be, I'd say, kind of the middle of December of 2018.
What happened?
It's because
I don't
you
know
with
when this
all
interview
the money
takes
that is
place.
getting spent and
Just to be clear, the CAM model has not yet been brought up in the discussion. The money being spent, in this context, would simply be his living expenses.
I guess just a mix of everything that I've been saying, just kind of boiling up in him. And the fact that to him, it seemed like I wasn't concerned about it. So, and then plus I was, you know, I wasn't acting like myself with the jovialness and, you know,
Sure.
all that kind of stuff. My father chose to admit me to like a depression or an addiction clinic or something like that in Fort Lauderdale called Cornerstone.
When was that?
That was December 22nd.
Okay.
So we went
So
to
I
a porn
think,
addiction clinic.
January 4th?
Did you agree to go?
I didn't, but they said that, you know, this was your only,
Who said?
my dad.
Okay.
And that was in Fort Lauderdale?
Yes, yeah.
Did your mom agree to it?
My mom and my brother both agreed, but it was my dad who was like the iron fist, like this is what's gonna happen, like, you know, he can't,
Why did he say you needed to go? What was his reasoning?
because, with the way that I was acting, he didn't see that I was doing anything for like the positive. You know, and a lot of it just came back to money, with him.
So what I'm seeing a lot of is like he's just fucking beating around the bush. He doesn't want to say that he was addicted to a cam girl. Trying to fit in, no, don't Don't make me fit in with a fucking murderer, chat. This guy killed his family. Don't do that, chat.
He would like allow me to spend money that he had, like with his credit card or something like that. But it's like then whenever I did, it was like a huge problem.
Okay, so you had one of his credit cards.
Yeah.
And what were you buying with it?
Well, what I was doing is over the past 4 months or something like that, I've been talking to this woman online.
Who's she?
She's as embarrassing as it is. She's a
Yeah.
she's a cam model.
A what?
A cam model. Do
Alright.
either of you guys know what that
Nope.
is?
Just like all the videos, Jeff, you gotta do
He
your-
finally admits it, chat. He finally admits it.
It's like a virtual girlfriend, I guess you could say.
Okay.
Like that type of situation.
Mhm.
So a lot of the money went to her.
Okay, where's she at?
She lives in Bulgaria.
Where?
Bulgaria,
Where's that?
over in Europe. It's like
Okay.
outside of Germany.
The interviewers don't know anything. Do the interviewers not fucking know that Bulgaria is a place? Like, have you never taken a geography class?
It wasn't that serious.
So
Okay.
what would you give her money for?
Just for like the time online with her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was just like that type of thing.
And what did she charge?
$600 for like 5,000 or something tokens or something like that. So, and then it was 4 hours a night. So I mean that's basically just where all like the costs went to was you pay real money for the tokens, then you use the company's digital currency for
Okay,
that.
so you do this, and when did you meet her?
I met her
Oh god.
the
Dude, it's
beginning
so
of July.
awkward hearing him talk about it.
Beginning of July.
Okay, and still talking to her?
Geography
So, yeah, I mean,
class is
more
really
just on,
hard.
Like Twitter.
It
like,
can
text
be,
messaging.
but
Again, cell phone service doesn't work, so it's like
at least in the geography class I took, they teach you where every single...
On this, 'cause it seems kind of pricey.
yeah.
They teach you every single fucking country in the world and stuff, and they quiz you on it. And I failed that quiz, you know. But I do remember, like, if you bring up a country to me, 9 out of 10 times I'll probably realize that, oh, I've heard that country before. I know that's a place that exists.
Pretty close to like $200,000, I'd say.
$200,000?
Yeah.
And where'd the money come from?
Money came from me, my brother, and then my dad.
Dude, his brother too?
They didn't know that it was going to a cam model.
What did you
I
tell
was
them?
saying that it was going towards my Twitch streaming, like
Beginning stuff.
like advertising, like putting my name out there and that type of thing. So I guess to like bring it all back with
You do
why
not
I
need
was
$200,000 for that. You do not need that much money. If he really wanted to, you would have, like, took off with Twitch streaming. All he would have needed to do was start streaming. If he had the extra money, he could get the fucking, like, a better microphone. And that's really all you need. And a webcam. And then hire someone to edit your YouTube videos if you want. Make TikToks and shit. Like, it's not fucking 20. You can start streaming with nothing and find an audience. Fucking think about like XUC and shit. All of them just started basically by just with a webcam and streaming whatever fucking game they want.
It was a mix of all of those things. It's like he felt like, you know, he felt like,
You need to be grounded.
yeah. And so then I was there, you know, I spoke to like the therapist and psychiatrist and all that stuff. I didn't need any medications for anything. They had analyzed it as, this is an isolated event. You've been out of work, you have this PTSD from the whole getting arrested thing, and I mean, the last thing on my record was, I think, a speeding ticket back when I was at UCF. They had signed me up, I think, to be there for 60 days. But then
So
I
he
was
has
only there.
basically a flawless record, and he's like trying to say like, oh, I've done no crime. So I shall do no time. Like, oh my god. He must be a really fucking good liar. I refuse to believe that he's not, like, just a really good liar who wants to, like, convince them that someone else did the murder. Because he 100% did the murder. 100%.
January 4th. So
Who paid for that?
my brother, Cody,
What was the cost of that, you know?
15,000.
So their final diagnosis of you was what?
That I was fine. That
Didn't need to be there.
yeah. That I was fine. I told them all about like my living situation and how it had been stressful, and then it got better, and then now it's just stressful again. But they had all just said that it was just this isolated
Just
event.
situational PTSD from.
Right. When I got back,
Give me
that's when
1
my
second,
dad started
chat.
to get really kind of overbearing, and I mean rightfully so. I know what I did, but it's like with him, it was every single day, hours a day. Excuse me, hours a day. He'd come home from work, and then he would just talk to me just about the same exact thing over and over and over and over and over again.
When was the last time that you and your dad did have, you know, a heated conversation?
It would be Thursday. Because one of his rules was that I wasn't allowed to talk to the woman anymore that I had been talking to. But I guess you could say behind the scenes, my mom would let me talk to her through her cell phone using Twitter. So yeah, anyways, on Thursday, he had apparently found out that I was speaking to her again. You know, it wasn't really my intention to continue talking to this woman, but it just kind of happened. And then because
So-
it was like that emotional
I don't think his mom let him. I think he just took his mom's phone.
connection, I guess you could say, between her and me, like I like, you know, it felt like my
Also, he said he's like, what, 29, and he has to be grounded by his parents? Like, bro? Dude, with the amount of money he spent on her, he could have literally moved to another city, gotten a place, paid like an entire year's worth of rent, gotten a fucking new job as a nurse, and like, I don't fucking know. He could have bought a house with that much money. Dude.
relationship. You know, I didn't want to just stop cold turkey on it.
So Thursday, you're home all day
Yes.
with your mom. She works at home.
Correct. Yes.
Your dad's at work. What's his normal work hours?
He works until I think he had to go in early that day, because he had to start like doing overtime or something like that. And he normally works though from like 5 or 6 in the morning to I think he gets home between like 5:30 and 6 at night or something like that.
What time do you get home that day?
He got home at like 5:30, and then he came in and then he asked me in a calmer state, I guess you could say, like basically the leading question of, you know, why do you think we're about to have this conversation? Giving me, I guess, that opportunity to be honest and truthful, to maybe tone it down a little bit. I, of course, did what I always did, where I kind of didn't admit to it. And then he came out and he told me that I had been doing that.
He had proof.
Yeah.
Have an argument.
Yeah. He kind of, you know, pulled me up from the couch, and then he was yelling at me to pack my shit up and just get out of the house. That he was the one who had to be the hammer, and that, you know, why am I making him have to go through this, and all this other kind of stuff.
Okay.
I had my argument, and then I'm packing my stuff. I'm, you know, taking it out to the car. It took me like a couple hours to get as much as I could, just kind of out into there.
Sorry if I'm a little quiet,
And
by
then-
the way. I'm just letting the information seep in. Seep in.
Oh, God. 9 or 9:30 or so.
He goes on to state that he met up with his brother soon after on the side of the road.
And what was the conversation?
Conversation was basically that he was brought up to speed, you know, and that he would take care of it.
He was brought up to speed by what?
This is Grant attempting to frame his brother for a double murder-suicide. You will see this quote brought up repeatedly from this point forward.
He was brought up to speed on like why I'm out here.
Who brought him up to speed?
My mom.
Oh, so she talked to him.
Yeah.
He told you that mom had.
So he's trying to frame his brother, who he's framed everyone in a good light, right? And then he's immediately trying to frame his brother for it, who he fucking killed.
That's why Cody left work?
According to Grant, Cody had left work a
That's
few hours
fucked up.
early to meet up with him on the side of the road. Cody had indeed left work early, yet it wasn't to meet up with Grant. It was later proven that while Margaret Amato was sitting at the computer sipping on a glass of red wine, Grant shot her in the back of the head. He then lay in wait for his father to return to the house, then shot him twice in the head as he entered the kitchen. Cody then received a text from his father's number, asking him to come home urgently. Forensics believed that he was very likely pleading for his life soon after he entered the front door. He was found by police with a gunshot wound to the face, lying in the fetal position. His credit card was stolen, with a purchase made to a campsite for $600 and estimated 30 minutes later.
I mean, in my mind, I was just thinking, oh,
How did- okay.
got off work early. Like,
How does he do that and expect, like... First of all, who commits, you know, self... Yeah. By shooting themselves in the face. Also, if he wasn't at the crime scene, how did he get his credit card and spend $600? Or, yeah, like, also, let's think about this. If he's fucking dead, why would he spend $600 on this dude's cam girl that he's obsessed with?
like three times already this week, so
10,
I was just like,
10, 15 minutes you talk to Cody.
right,
You have a conversation, and he leaves to go home,
right.
and you leave to go where?
And then I stay.
Fuck is
in that
wrong with
general
this guy,
area
dude?
Just so that if anything happens, somebody like knows where I am. Yeah, I mean, I was staying in that general area, and then I decided to go
To Publix?
Publix.
He just referred to the public supermarket parking lot. This is where he used the free Wi-Fi to log on to the campsite with his dead brother's credit card.
Which was about what time?
Like between like midnight and 1, I think. Yeah,
And you go to Publix midnight 1, and how long did you stay there till?
I stayed there until like 7.
Slept there last night? Talked to anybody?
I messaged the girl that I'd been talking to
So you
on
kept
Twitter.
her.
Yeah.
On Twitter, so you have to pay for it.
Right.
Did she respond back to you?
I think once.
The discussion is then brought back to his last meeting with Cody.
And then, when you left Cody, what did he say he was gonna go do?
Cody
I feel
said
like
that
as it
you
goes
were
on,
there.
he just like... He admits more and more without actually admitting anything. You know what I mean?
Take care of what?
Just the situation that was at hand with whatever he had been updated with from my mom.
Did he tell you what he was updated?
He had told me the reason why like I'd been kicked out. But he really didn't give me that much dialogue like about that situation. You know, he was miffed a little bit because, you know, he had just gotten off work and now he has to go deal with this.
But what was your demeanor? Like, what did Cody see you as? Like, were you
Like scared.
upset?
Yeah,
Were
like
you...
I was scared because I mean, like I said, it's the first time that I had been out of the house.
We've come and talked to you.
Okay.
You rode up here voluntarily with us to talk to us.
The detective will now initiate the first confrontation.
Why do you think we're having this conversation?
I honestly don't know, but I'm pretty freaked out at this point because, you know, it's I mean, I know like how the situation was when I left.
You're now about to see the lead interrogator's attempt at getting Grant to confess, in a manner so blatantly obvious that the suspect immediately sees through it.
As a child, we're told the truth always is the best thing to do, correct?
Correct.
You agree with me?
Yeah.
Is he gonna play the... Okay. Is he gonna play the... Tell the truth, and we might let you off easy?
And accidents happen and things in the heat of the
Oh my god, he's playing the accidents happen.
things happen that we wish hadn't happened, but I do it myself sometimes. My kids will make me so aggravated, I'll snap at them and then walk away and say, wow, I wish I would not have done that. That was not very adult of me to snap at my child for something. Yes, they're wrong, but I should be the adult and not snap at them.
Right.
Tell me what you think, because I can tell I've done this for a long, long time, and I read people, the way they act, and the way they talk to me, and the way they answer questions. There's something you want to tell us. I I can see it in your eyes, I can see it in your body language, and just the way you act. Now's the time. Now's the time. If there's something you want to get off your chest and give us an explanation of what's bothering you, now is the exact time to do it. And I'm giving that opportunity right now to tell me something you want to get off your chest. It's there. I can see it in your face. I can see it in your eyes.
Kept out about that night.
You're upset about it. You're upset about it. You've been that since we've talked to you. I can see there's something's been bothering you. Even though I don't know you from Adam's house, can't you see things?
He's being so fucking obvious about it. He's genuinely being so fucking obvious about it. He's like, come on, I know you want to tell us. Come on. Come on. Come on. I know you want it. I know you want it. So fucking stupid, dude.
Something's really bothering this guy. It's not that, I spent a bunch of money I shouldn't have on this girl. So be it. You did. It's over with. Money can be made back. Something's bothering you.
I'm just worried about what is all transpiring from this.
I think at this point right now, to be honest with you, Grant, you know what it is. It's in your eyes. Your eyes is your soul.
What? Why are you pulling up a close-up of his mugshot? Stop! Stop! That jump scared me, bro. That fucking jump scared me. Damn, this detective is too good. I admit it. I don't like the Fate series. Yeah, bro. Like, he's just telling, like, come on. I know you wanna.
And it's in your eyes. And
Why was there a monkey thinking in the bottom corner?
like I told you out there in the car, did I not tell you? You may not like what I say, but I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth every time, because I can walk in front of anybody in God and say, I don't care. I told him the truth.
And we usually know answers before we ask it.
Me and even.
Why would you tell him that? Why would you tell him that? Why would you tell him we know answers before we ask it? I know that's an attempt to, like, vaguely threaten him to be like, oh, we know what you did. But that's, like, that's revealing your hand. Now he's just going to be even more defensive. You know what I mean? At least that's what I think. Like, maybe I'm dumb. Maybe I'm dumb.
Now's the time to come to Jesus, be honest, because you're holding something back. I can see it in your eyes. People don't believe that the police will help you, but we are actually here to help you with issues you may have. I think something happened, and you don't want to tell us, but right now is the time to get it off your chest. And I really wish you would, because it will make you feel better in the end.
I genuinely don't have anything else that I can say about the night or the periods of time afterwards.
There's only one opportunity to make that good impression, and if we've done something we shouldn't have done, you fess up there. You caught your hand in a cookie jar.
Detective Dan's approach here is so incredibly outdated and predictable that it actually seems to boost the suspect's confidence. It's the detective.
How do you manage to make him feel more comfortable in a fucking after you've like, because their goal is usually like make him feel comfortable and then go for the kill shot. He's somehow making the kill shot more comfortable.
In fact, who gives off a nervous disposition. He'll begin stumbling over his own words while simultaneously mixing up his analogies, which never made a great deal of sense to begin with.
You do it. Now,
Was there anything else that happened at the house that you didn't tell us? That you've left out? But we
He
haven't
also
asked
just
you?
keeps rambling. He won't even let this guy, like, he won't even let the suspect talk. Like, he literally just keeps interrupting the suspect when he clearly wants to say, like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, this guy's a fucking murdering asshole, you know? But this guy's just a fucking bad detective.
Importance, or during the time that you drove around for those few hours. Did you ever really go back to the house that you haven't told us about?
You'll also notice the female detective interject with something useful every now and then. But unfortunately, she's not the one leading this interrogation. That would be the detective who keeps bringing up Jesus, to a guy who just murdered his family to go jerk off in a parking lot to a Bulgarian cam model.
JCS is out of pocket. Oh my god. Bro, he's out of pocket. That was so fucking funny. That was so funny.
that you don't know. And honesty will get you all the things I can do for you, to be honest. I can't deal with someone who lies to me,
Right.
but I'll deal with someone and help them till the end, no matter what, believe it or not. That's just me, and she'll tell you. It's what it is. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to say if I can do something that can help you, I'm going to help you, because every one of us...
Yeah, also, why does he keep bringing up
should
Jesus?
have done in the heat of the moment.
He doesn't know if this
Protect
guy's
ourselves,
Christian or not. Like,
protect somebody else. It happens. Now's the time. Now is the time
So what do you think
to be
happened?
honest.
I think that there was something that obviously happened at the house.
Jesus fixes all.
Tell me what happened.
I don't know what happened.
I know better. Listen to me. I know better. I can help you, Grant, with honesty. I can help you with honesty.
We think something else happened before you left the home.
He's like, nothing happened. I don't know. And he's like, something did happen. Tell us. He's like, I don't know what happened. He's like, I know you know. I know you know. And he's like, I don't know. It's fucking. It's a game of chicken. It's like who can yell penis the loudest. It's like fucking who will yell you did it or I don't know what happened loud enough. Like it's
That you're either afraid of or...
can't you
scared
tell he's literally
of.
going nowhere with this?
But we need to know exactly what happened, because like Danny said, we can place you there at certain times. And so we need to know what happened before you left that house, because you didn't leave with everything being okay.
I honestly, I don't have anything else that I can really say. I mean, I don't know.
Do you even know why law enforcement got involved? Like what?
Yeah, I'm waiting for him to like do the fucking classic flip the table detective and he's like, I know you did it. I know you did it.
Once you start telling me something that's truthful that I know, then we're going to have a conversation of exactly what happened.
I mean, you're a smart guy. You know something's happened at your home. You have law enforcement here. You haven't heard or gotten any
Well,
emails
I
from
mean,
your family.
I'm just scared as to what the answer is.
Well, you need to help yourself by filling in the blanks of what happened that night so we can give you the answer. Did anything more happen with you and your father besides him grabbing you up from the couch and yelling at you and kicking you out? Anything at all? Did he harm you, hit you,
No.
draw any weapons on you?
No, he didn't do anything like that.
They're trying to convince him to change his story, but he's not
He
at
was
all.
Yelling.
This is the time to come to Jesus, to be honest.
Stop saying
No more.
stop talking about Jesus. If he talks about Jesus one more fucking time, bro.
Your eyes tell me exactly.
Oh my god.
You are hurting inside. I get it. Brother, I get it. You're hurting.
And this is the
You're
only
scared.
time we can help you.
Because once we get to a certain point, there's nothing I can do. It's in the hands of who has it. Nothing I can do. Honesty is always the best policy.
Jesus right now. Jesus is like, bruh, stop.
You admit to it, I did it. How can I get help?
He's like, I'm not gonna help this
And
motherfucker.
let me tell you the rest of my story. You're
And
holding
if
back.
something happened that you were defending yourself, then we need to know that. If you were protecting yourself because you were in fear, then that makes sense. But we need to know exactly what happened for you to protect yourself.
You can't minimize this. Once
They're also just like coming out of the like they're coming out of the gate and they're basically saying he did it. Like by saying like if something happened that you had to defend yourself, they're basically telling him that his family was fucking murdered. Right? And he did do it. He did do it. But that's like you're basically like I don't know. You're giving him like the chance to be like, wait, were they killed? And then like cry. or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you're giving him the out by beating around the bush and letting him, like, quote unquote figure it out for himself. And you're just able to be like, yeah, if you had to defend yourself, let us know. And he's like, were they hurt or killed? And then he can just cry and fake that he didn't murder them. I don't know. Feels weird.
Once a bomb goes off, you can't defuse it.
The detective's wise man friend was clearly a specialist in nuclear fusion, yet most people would already comprehend that a bomb can no longer be defused once it has exploded.
You can't.
I love JCS going in on this guy.
How do I put Band-Aids on myself to minimize the injuries I have? And we're giving you that opportunity. I want to give you that opportunity.
I hate his analogies.
The male detective will now for some reason focus on Grant's flaws and the overwhelming embarrassment of the cam girl situation, which is basically the exact opposite of what he should be doing. He seems to get confused about what he's trying to achieve here. He carries a sympathetic tone while essentially roasting the ever-loving shit out of the suspect.
I don't think I've ever heard JCS cuss. I never did. I think I've ever heard JCS cuss. He's like, you're a little bitch. Fuck you. You're a bad detective. Dude, I love JCS. Holy shit.
Work and just dealing with all the problems with the arrest. You're probably not used to depending on somebody to pay all your bills. So now you have to do mom and dad or have to give you money. Cody's having to give you money, and there's a significant debt to people. $200,000. I don't know what I do. I mean, mortgage, yeah, I get it, or something like that, or a medical bill for my child, yeah, I get it. But talking to some girl, in Bulgaria, you hit it right on the head. You were embarrassed about it, and you have nothing to be embarrassed about. Here it is, man. I want to help you. She want to help you.
What is he doing, bro? What is this? What is his point? Where is he going with this? You're literally just roasting the guy you're trying to get to admit, You're going to make him more defensive. Oh my god, dude.
Already know the truth.
There's a reason you didn't go back to the house. There's a reason why you haven't tried to reach out. I mean, it's odd you haven't heard from anybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's words that, like, I can't think of to even say. Like, I don't know how to even say the words.
Well, give me a roundabout what you're thinking.
That somebody in my family's dead.
Like, yeah, they basically gave him the chance to say that, They're basically giving him, like, I don't know. They're giving him the chance to feign innocence with that. Who needs a cam girl when I got 6 hour scene coming up in Atomic Heart? There's no way that's an actual thing. There's no way there's a 6 hour schmeck scene in Atomic Heart.
And how does that make you feel if you're thinking that?
I have absolutely no ability to comprehend the words. Because, like I said, I've been there for my whole entire life. And even though there's been struggles and everything like that, there has never been any issues.
There's never been the struggles or the issues like happened Thursday. Never for you. I believe you 100%. I believe it's never been like that. But something happened Thursday unlike anything you've ever experienced in 29 years of your life. Never.
And maybe you felt that was rock bottom for you. You were getting kicked out of the house. Your father gave you an ultimatum. I mean, that's...
The female detective will now carry out what the male detective was probably trying to do a few minutes ago.
Okay, kind of off topic, but how much you want to bet like a Andrew Tate streamer is gonna take this and be like, this is why porn is bad, and this is why young men should listen to Andrew Tate. Like, shut the fuck up. It's off topic, but fuck Andrew Tate fans, because I know for a fact if one of them sees it, they're gonna blame it on the cam girl. And this is not the cam girl's fault. Not really the cam girl's fault. She was just making her bank.
She will afford him justifications for the crime, making the gravity of admission less intimidating.
You know, you're already dealing with the debt, and, you know, now you have to stop talking to this girl, and now you're being kicked out of the home. I mean, I can understand how you would feel. I mean, that you'd want to lash out, or, you know, if something happened, you'd want to defend yourself.
Sure. Absolutely.
But we need to know what happened.
I mean, I can tell that you guys are, like, leading me into a certain way of what...
The only thing we're leading you to is wanting to get the truth from you. Not trying to make you say something that's not true, that's not accurate. The truth. The end. That's it. That's all we want is the absolute truth.
I genuinely don't have anything else that I can say about what transpired during the nighttime.
So when you left your house, everybody was fine.
Yeah,
And when you left Cody,
everything was fine.
well, we got called to the house because Cody didn't show up to work. So law enforcement goes over there, and can you tell us what we found?
No, the only thing that I was told was that Cody would take care of it for me. And that's all that I know.
So if anything happened in the home, to bring law enforcement there, what would you think happened?
That there was a shooting.
Between whom?
I don't know. Between Cody and my dad.
And why would you think that?
Also, why are there notifications on his fucking phone? You're interrogating a guy who murdered his family. Your fucking gotcha game notifications can wait, bro.
To protect me, or to help me, or to do something with me.
So you're telling me you did not shoot Cody,
No.
your father, or your mother?
No. I mean, I don't know, like, what more I can say.
Well, when law enforcement arrived, that's what they found. So you're the only outstanding child. You're the one that's been having problems with your dad. You're the one that we haven't been able to find for 2 days. Do you understand now why we would be questioning you about this?
Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't, like, I wouldn't be saying, like, all, like, I don't know the way to, I don't know, like, what to even say.
So if anything happened in the home, you believe it would be Cody and him?
Yes. Because I don't have, access to anything.
We know that Cody didn't shoot your dad. We know Cody didn't shoot your mom. We know Cody didn't shoot himself. There's something.
And you still haven't asked us the condition of them or anything.
That's because I don't know what the normal proceedings are, but
The normal proceedings are for you to be honest about what happened.
And then we help you understand everything that's going on. Of what our responsibilities are.
And we don't believe you're being honest. We feel that you are leaving something out about what happened in that home. And the evidence tells us what happened in the home.
The female detective is doing a good job, but every time the other guy chimes in, bro.
Finally starting to slip. This was the perfect moment to draw out the silence to see how he'd respond to the pressure.
Here's my hand for honesty. I am an honest guy. I'm going to be honest. And when it's all said and done, I'm going to be honest to the very last day that I deal with you. And then when this investigation continues, I'll go on to the next person and be honest with them. I can only do so much with honesty. Honesty.
So what are you not telling us? What happened at that home that you know? Did you leave the house with your brother Cody looking like that? Or did you leave the house with your father looking like that? Or your mother? Is that how you left your family?
No.
Nobody else went into that house.
Who left your family like this? If you were the one that's been depressed, you were the one that owes money, you were the one that got into a confrontation with your father, who did this to your family? If you were trying to defend yourself or something else happened, we need to know now.
The female detective does an excellent job at affording him the option to admit to a lesser infraction, which in this case is self-defense. She provides the option while simultaneously building pressure. It's a textbook maneuver, and she does it very well.
To help you.
Female detective W. This guy on the fucking right, ass.
We're here to listen to you.
Grant, you need the truth. We're here to make this right. You gotta tell the truth. It's on the tip of your tongue, my man. I get that.
Did your father go after you and you try to protect yourself?
No, I didn't do any of this.
Hey, I know. Video surveillance tells me everything that happened this night. I'm telling you. Of people that you'd be surprised who in your neighborhood has video. And I know that there's only 4 people at this house during this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell me. You gotta tell me, man. You got to tell me. Get over that hoop. The video.
Get over that hoop, Detective Dan.
Guess what?
JCS is shitting on this guy. I love it.
Wind up later on that you can't get any help from anybody. A lot of this, what people make decisions on, is honesty. Was somebody honest? Didn't fire a gun. Didn't fire a gun. Didn't fire a gun. None of them did. None of them did. Cody did not go home.
Or did your father point a gun at you?
No, there's nothing else that I can say.
Your emotions, your demeanor, your body language, your eyes tell me everything I need to see about you. You want to tell me in the worst way. You want to get this pain off your chest. Do it.
I mean, there's just nothing else that I can say.
So your dad had told you in the past before that...
Why are you scrolling through your phone,
For
man?
what reason?
You're in an investigation.
I
Jesus.
basically did anything related to this, again, costing him a lot of money,
And Cody knew about that.
right?
So when did you learn that your family was dead?
I had been worried since last night when I was just in the hotel, but I knew when you guys told me. I mean, like, I knew when you guys had told me,
You already knew, though.
but I had...
You already said. You knew.
At any point...
I
did you
hate
feel
this.
like you
I
needed to
hate
reach
this
out to
other
Cody and see
detective,
if he was
man.
Okay, or...
I just didn't want to call anywhere. I just didn't want to know.
We understand your father was abusive, and we understand that he was the asshole. And if he threatened you, that he was going to kill you when you came back, you were probably in fear, were you not?
Yeah, he was getting on it for his
Did your brother
Genshin
come home
dailies,
trying to
dude.
defend you, and then this gunfight happened, and you got so scared that you left?
This version of events would obviously clear Grant of any wrongdoing. The detective is hoping he takes the bait so that he changes his story, and can then be placed under arrest for lying to police.
No, I mean, I had left when I had said that I had left.
I just don't know where else to go to get you to come around, because it does not make any logistical sense of what you're telling us. It doesn't.
Don't
If you
slander
got me
Genshin
shooting,
like
we
that.
will.
We are a Genshin slandering stream out here.
But why Mom?
Things just got so bad and out of hand like never it's been before in your life. Never been here before in your life, or your family's life. He's pissed. His future, his retirement, his plans are being upset by you because of the financial cost. I would almost bet this is...
I think they're trying to play good cop, bad cop, but this guy just keeps... What this guy's doing is he's basically attacking his story constantly while she's trying to give him an out. She's trying to give him, like, a chance to, like, be like, oh, did this happen? Right? Because if he changes his story, as he said, they can arrest him. But he just keeps attacking and attacking and attacking and accusing him, which is causing him to not want to take the out that she's trying to give him.
But you last time before I'm gonna walk out and then I'm done. Then I'm done for good. When I'm done, I'm done.
I don't have anything else that I can say.
But let's go back. Let's.
Then I'm done for good. When I'm done, I'm done.
I don't have anything else that I can say.
Do you not feel bad for doing this to your family?
I mean, I've been getting blamed for the last half a year for everything, and I've been trying to move forward into a positive direction. And then every day I'm reminded of all the trouble that I had caused. And then I keep being told the same thing over and over again, but there's nothing that I can do to change it.
Do you regret doing this to each one of your family members?
I didn't do that to each one of them.
Here, you sit in my seat for a minute. Sit in my seat. Get out of it. Here, sit right here. Come here. Sit right here. Get out of that seat. Sit right there for me.
What is he doing? What the fuck is he doing?
The suspect still isn't sitting in his seat.
Fucking JCS, dude.
Two things. You're a guy swimming out in the middle of the ocean, and we're going to give you one of two things based on you. You can have a life preserver to keep from drowning, or you get the boat anchor.
I hate his analogies, bro.
Because we will give you whichever one you ask for. The life preserver, the boat anchor.
No, I want the life preserver, but I've said everything that I can.
You want it, and I believe you do, but you have not said everything you can say. But there will be a time where you ask for that life preserver. I can't give it to you. I can't. Once I cross a line I gotta step over, can't do it. Won't do it. Think about that. I want to talk to her for a minute. Think about the last life preserver I can give you.
I think she actually just rolled her eyes.
To reflect on it, and then we'll.
I think she actually just rolled her eyes.
And then we'll go from there. And what happens is what happens. Fair enough? You alright, man? Okay. Need some food, some water? You good to stay for a while longer? You okay?
I mean, I just don't have anything more that I can say. I don't know what the next...
I'm not keeping you. If you want to stay, well, I'll talk to you till whatever, till you're happy with everything and you're okay. You're not detained. You're not being kept here. Don't want to be here. You don't have to be here.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Okay. Give me a minute. We'll get you out of here. What we'll do is we'll get you up somewhere. I'll give you my card, my phone number. If you want to talk to me, you're more than welcome to call me. And we'll move forward from there. Fair enough? Any questions of me before I go? Or before we walk out? I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Like, what am I, allowed to do?
Live your life. Hey, man, we're right there at it. Jason's here. It's going to be a few more minutes. What I need to do is just for our investigation, get some pictures of you. We're going to collect your clothing. As soon as that's done, we'll get Jason here to talk to you. All right.
Dude, imagine going to your brother, like, your brother allegedly killed your family. You walk into this room and you hug him, and then later on, you realize that you just hugged the man that murdered your entire family. Your own brother. That's so fucked up.
So, I take it you know what happened?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you plain out, you are not part of it anyway?
No.
When's the last time you saw everybody?
I left the house between like midnight and like 12:30.
I want to believe you, Grant, but you're the last person that I could put in that house. And I know what happened over the last 6 months. Who else can I blame? How are we going to find out who did this?
I don't know. I don't have the answers.
The shit you did, you could have been in jail. You would have been in jail for years.
I know.
And they covered it up for you. I'm scared for you, and I'm scared for myself, and I don't feel comfortable with you being around me alone. I'm sorry.
I understand.
I could take you physically, but if you have a knife or know where a gun is, I'm fucked. I need you to be honest with me, man. I need to have closure. I was told that you would not have access to be able to contact this woman. Why do you feel the intent to still contact her?
It was just the whole emotional thing. I mean, that's all
Okay,
that I can say.
so are you saying that you love the woman?
I feel like I did, yeah.
Okay, you feel like you did, so you don't feel that way now?
His brother, oh my god. I feel so bad for him.
You know, I mean, it's not what it used to be, is all I can say.
Because she's aware of what has happened in the last several months.
Right.
It hurt, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, because you can't carry that persona that you carried before. I do love you, though. Just remember that. Just like Mom, Cody, and Dad loved you. Nobody loved you any more or any less.
That's really sad.
You have anything else you need to talk about before we let you go? Because now's your time. You know that. Like Danny said, once you're out of here, there's no coming back from this. We're giving you every opportunity to tell us what happened in that home that you have not told us. So you're aware that when you leave here, you're not going to have any chance to redeem yourself and tell us the truth after the fact.
I understand.
And you're okay with that. You can live with yourself knowing that you're not going to tell us the truth.
I've said what I can say.
Okay.
You ready, man? Yeah. Question for you real quick. You don't want to hurt yourself.
No.
You don't want to hurt anybody else. No suicidal thoughts. Okay, come on, bud.
Grant was arrested 9 hours later at his hotel. His trial began on August 12, 2019.
Grant Amato was so obsessed with this woman. You're going to see from the evidence in this case. At 2:53 a.m. on January 25th, after leaving the house that contained the 3 dead bodies of his family, the defendant goes to a nearby Publix parking lot, logs onto their Wi-Fi, and uses his dead brother's USA checking account to pay $599.99 to get onto Sylvie's website at 3:02 in the morning. That's what this case is about. It's about his blind obsession with this woman, the end of the world as he believed it to be because of his family, and his absolute contempt for those that he held responsible.
Verdict. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of first-degree premeditated murder.
Grant Amato was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Bro, that was a really sad video. But I honestly feel like it would have been so much easier for them to just They did not. That was 7 hours of interrogation, bro. It would have been so much easier for them if they didn't just have this fucking detective. Like, bro. That's crazy. That's so fucking crazy. Yeah, fuck that, man. That guy deserved to be locked up, but Jesus Christ, this detective should be fired. Alrighty then, moving on.
Check it, check it.